Today on August 21st, something will to your son tomorrow morning, be ready. Archangel Michael says, there is a deep stirring in the spirit realm tonight, and I must reveal to you what has been hidden from your eyes. The clock is ticking faster than usual, and a divine hand is pulling back the veil to show you the truth about your son. You must be prepared, for what is about to unfold tomorrow morning will shake your heart and awaken your purpose. A sacred moment has already begun counting down, and it concerns your child, the one who carries your love, your blood, your legacy. This isn't something ordinary, it's not a regular day that's approaching, something higher, more powerful, and spiritually significant is on the horizon for your son, and it's going to be impossible to ignore. As the sun rises tomorrow, the air around your son will shift. What was hidden in the shadows will come into light, and the spirit that watches over him will no longer remain silent. This isn't something to fear, but it is something to take seriously with all your soul. You may have felt something off lately, your intuition has whispered, and your dreams have spoken symbols that didn't make sense. Now, Archangel Michael says those signs were not coincidences, they were divine alerts trying to get your attention before this very moment. Your son has been chosen for something he cannot yet comprehend. And as a parent, your role is now more critical than ever. Be near. Be aware, because the message coming for him tomorrow is not just words, it's a spiritual shift wrapped in earthly action. Your home may feel different tonight. The walls may carry a stillness, your own energy might feel restless. That's because tonight, angelic forces are circling your household, drawing invisible lines of protection and guidance around your son. He is not alone, but he must be watched over carefully. Tomorrow morning will not be just another sunrise, it will come bearing a moment, an encounter, where your son may be tested or given something unusual. It may be a conversation. It may be a phone call. It may be a situation that appears normal but carries a deeper meaning you must interpret swiftly. Do not dismiss even the smallest detail. If he says something strange or acts out of character, do not brush it aside, this is a sign. This is the moment that you've been spiritually warned about, and you cannot afford to turn away from it. Our Archangel Michael says, a spiritual energy hath been hovering around your son, watching, choosing, waiting. The heavens have waited for this alignment, and the time has now been set. No one can undo what's about to happen, but you can prepare for it. Do not panic, be still and aware. Be in the position of strength and clarity because your calmness will guide him through. There is a reason you are the parent, there is a reason why this message came to you today. What happens tomorrow morning may seem small at first, but it holds massive weight. It may trigger a ripple that will extend into your son's future path, unlocking something or breaking something that needed to be removed. A hidden truth is also involved. Someone around your son has not been fully honest. Their actions, words, or intentions have been clucked. Tomorrow's event may begin to expose this reality, and once it's exposed, things will begin to change quickly. This person may be smiling in front of you or your son, but within, they carry a motive that does not serve his highest good. They've kept their truth buried, but Archangel Michael says no lie can stay hidden when the heavens are involved. You may be shocked. You may be caught off guard, but you must not allow your fear to overpower your wisdom. Your instincts will be correct, listen to them tomorrow morning without hesitation. Prepare something for him tonight. Speak light over his bed, even if he is asleep, whisper a blessing near him. You may not hear it with his ears, but his spirit will receive it, and it will fortify him for what is to come. The moment may bring tears, or it may bring laughter, depending on how ready he is for what will be revealed. Either way, something about your relationship with him will deepen tomorrow. Something will shift. This may be a turning point in his emotional journey. Something had happened in the past may resurface. A memory. A hurt, a wound he's been hiding even from you may find its way to the surface. Be gentle when it does. Don't rush to fix it, just be there. The angel says there is a spiritual inheritance resting on your son. A calling, a gift. But the enemy of light has tried to intercept it quietly, using distractions, people, and sometimes even self-doubt to delay the unlocking. That delay ends tomorrow. The person who tried to curse your son's progress, yes, the one whose name you've tried to forget, they will begin to see their plan unravel. Because what they didn't expect was your spiritual covering to strengthen at the perfect time. Your son may not realize it yet, but the universe is aligning for his protection. It's not luck. It's divine design. And you are a major part of that divine protection. Tomorrow morning, take note of what happens from the moment he opens his eyes. Watch who calls him, who sends a message, who he mentions. These are the pieces of the divine puzzle being revealed in real time. Even if he seems unaware, trust that the angel assigned to him is already at work. Something may be removed from his life tomorrow. A friendship. An opportunity, a distraction. And while it may feel sudden, it is for his good. Do not resist what leaves him. What departs now is not meant to stay. It was sent as a temporary lesson, not a permanent gift. Let it go. A woman may appear in this event. Whether as a voice, a conversation, or even a digital message, your words will play a role in the transition. Be watchful. Her energy may carry either clarity or confusion, and your guidance will help him discern. Archangel Michael says your love as a parent is a shield. Your voice is a sword, and your attention tomorrow morning is the bridge that will carry your son through this spiritual threshold safely. This event may echo for the next 7 days, meaning tomorrow morning is the trigger. But what unfolds after may stretch through the week. Each hour after the morning holds significance, so stay spiritually awake. There's also someone from your son's past that may unexpectedly resurface. A face he hasn't seen in months or even years. This isn't random. This is divinely orchestrated. Watch your son's eyes when he hears for more about this person. You will see something shift. That is the confirmation that this message was not fiction. It was sent to prepare you. You may also feel a strange presence around your home tonight. Don't be afraid. It's the spiritual team arranging things for what's ahead. Welcome the presence with light, with peace, and with readiness. Keep distractions away tomorrow. Limit noise, be present. He may not say it, but your energy will make a difference in how he navigates this divine morning. Archangel Michael says your son is marked for something higher, and tomorrow is the door. Whether he walks through it confidently or hesitantly, you must walk through it. And you must walk beside him. Even if the moment looks like nothing unusual, spiritually it will be massive. This may not be a day of big explosions, but it is a day of unseen transitions. Let your soul be awake even when your eyes are uncertain. Your son is loved deeply by divine forces. This moment is sacred. This message is personal. This is your sign, be ready. There will be a phone vibration, a knock, or an unexpected visit tomorrow. That is the first physical sign, pay attention. And when it happens, you'll remember these words. You'll feel it in your body, you'll feel the energy shift. You were chosen to receive this message not by accident, but because you are trusted. This knowledge was not given to many, only to you. Now stand guard. Be gentle. Be wise, and know that even if tears come, so will victory. Archangel Michael has already placed a shield around your son. What was meant for harm will not succeed, but tomorrow morning will still be crucial. Let the morning come, but let it not catch you sleeping. Watch with eyes that see. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $1.20. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual forces have already set things in motion. There's no reversing the events of tomorrow. But there is preparation, and you've already begun it by receiving this message. You may not realize how powerful your awareness is, but by simply being spiritually alert, you've already disrupted what was trying to sneak into your son's destiny. Tonight, heaven is writing instructions across the skies for angels to follow on behalf of your son. A divine map is being drawn in the unseen, and it points directly to his name. The air is charged, not with fear, but with significance, because tomorrow is not just a warning, it's also a breakthrough. Some people may try to reach your son early tomorrow, especially someone who hasn't spoken to him in a while. This isn't random. That person has been spiritually activated to re-enter for a reason. Your words may sound sweet, or their face may look harmless, but you must listen to your inner knowing. This re-entry could either be a test or a key. And you, as the one who carries divine wisdom, will know which it is. Speak up if you sense something off, trust your discernment. It will not lie to you. There will be a window of about 3 hours after sunrise when this moment is likely to occur. During that time, make sure there is calm around your son. No chaos. No arguments, no confusion. His spirit must be in alignment so he doesn't miss what is being delivered. Even if he leaves the house, the energy will follow, so don't think location matters. The spiritual realm knows where to reach him. But your prayers and your calm voice can guide him, even from afar. Archangel Michael says you were divinely chosen to be his guide on earth. Not just by birth, but by spiritual appointment. Your son's spirit recognizes your voice in a way no one else's can match. That voice may be needed tomorrow more than ever. Do not be surprised if he suddenly gets emotional, reflective, or distant. These are signs that something within him is shifting. That's the spirit responding to the divine unfolding. Let him feel what he needs to feel. Don't try to stop the process, just stay present. There may be a truth he's been hiding or a decision he's afraid to speak. Tomorrow might be the moment he finally opens up. Be ready to hold space for him without judgment. Your reaction can determine how far he lets this moment go. If tears come, let them flow, they are sacred. They are healing. They are part of what must happen before the breakthrough fully manifests. Watch for the number 7 tomorrow. It may appear on the clock, a receipt, a message. That number will be a confirmation that this message is unfolding. It is the mark of spiritual fulfillment. Your son may also experience a sudden inner knowing, a gut instinct. He may say, "I feel like something is happening, or I don't know why, but I can't shake this feeling." That is not coincidence. That is the Holy Spirit moving within him. Encourage him to trust it. He may ask you something important tomorrow, something unusual. Perhaps about his future or about someone from his past. Your response must be filled with light, even if you don't know the answer. Speak life, not fear. There is someone who has spoken negatively about your son behind closed doors. That energy has been building, trying to influence his progress from afar, but Archangel Michael says that mouth will be silenced soon. Tomorrow begins that process. The person who has been pretending to be supportive may slowly begin to reveal their real intention. A mask will slip. An attitude will shift. Be observant. Archangel Michael says tomorrow will begin a season where truth can no longer stay hidden. It will rise to the surface, and your son will need someone who can help him navigate that wave. That someone is you. A breakthrough is also waiting to happen in your son's finances or education. Something that was stuck will begin to move. A door that was shut will creak open, but only if he doesn't miss the cue. Help him stay alert. Here is also a blessing that someone tried to block from reaching your son. Their energy had been heavy, like a spiritual gate standing between him and his next level. But Archangel Michael says that gate is being shattered tomorrow. You will feel the release. It may come as a piece of good news. A chance encounter. A message he forgot to reply to, finally leading to something important. The blessing has been delayed, but now it's rushing toward him. At the same time, a spiritual weight may try to distract him with unnecessary conflict or confusion. Do not feed the drama, rise above it. Lead him back to stillness and remind him what truly matters. Your son's name has been spoken in rooms you haven't entered, some with favor, some with envy. But all of it is being reset now under divine instruction. His name is being reclaimed, hewn, restored. Tomorrow's morning will trigger events that unfold like a scroll, each one revealing a piece of destiny. You don't need to understand it all at once, you just need to be willing, open, and prayerfully ready. If he seems tired or restless tonight, remind him to breathe. Help him rest. Rest is not laziness. It's divine preparation for a spirit about to walk into something greater. Archangel Michael says, there is an old battle your son was never meant to fight alone. That battle ends soon. The angelic army has taken position. The tide is turning. Tomorrow morning is not the end. It is the beginning of his emergence. You'll see it in his posture, in his voice, in the way the world begins to respond to him. His path may not be like others, and that's by divine design. Let him walk it with courage. Even if he stumbles, let him stumble forward. The heavens are already aware of every step he will take. Your job is not to control the path, but to protect his peace as he walks it. There may be a letter, an email, or a message he forgot to check. It holds information tied to tomorrow. Encourage him to review what he's missed. It may be more important than it appears. By evening tomorrow, you will look back at the morning and realize how accurate this message truly was. You will remember a moment, a sentence, a sign, and it will confirm everything. So tonight, breathe deeply. Let fear go, replace it with faith. Replace panic with purpose. You were chosen for this child for a reason. Tomorrow, rise early. Observe. Listen, bless. Speak gently. And remember, tomorrow morning is sacred ground. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. The angels are watching. The light is near. You are ready, Archangel Michael says. The light that surrounds your son is becoming brighter by the hour. It's beginning to disturb energies that once thought they had control over his direction. That's why tonight feels heavy. It's the resistance pushing back against the divine moment that's about to rise with the morning sun. But darkness cannot win where divine purpose is present. Your son has unknowingly crossed into a sacred time. A divinely orchestrated moment where his spirit is being elevated. This transformation may not come with fireworks, but it will come with clarity, with sudden awareness, with the unraveling of truths that were once blurred. There's someone close to him who may act differently tomorrow. Perhaps colder, more distant, or overly interested. This person is reacting not with logic, but with spiritual discomfort because their spirit can feel the shift happening in your son before even he can. Pay attention to how they look at him, how they speak about him, and what they try to steer him away from. Sometimes silence is a disguise for jealousy, sometimes over-friendliness is a mask for manipulation. Archangel Michael says, do not let appearances distract you. Let the energy speak and you will see clearly. Tomorrow morning may also bring an invitation, maybe casual, maybe sudden. It could be a meeting, a call, a quick step outside. This is where you must gently nudge your son to pause, to consider, and to listen to his own spirit before deciding. There will be pressure for him to choose something fast. But divine timing never rushes. It aligns. Help him breathe through the moment. Remind him to follow peace, not urgency. There may also be a dream he remembers in fragments tomorrow. If he mentions it, even slightly ask him more. That dream may hold messages, warnings, or even prophetic glimpses of what is unfolding. Don't brush it off as meaningless. Archangel Michael says, this shift is ancestral. Your bloodline has waited for redemption to happen through your son's life. And now the time is near. That's why tomorrow is a spiritual marker. It's the breaking of old limitations. There will be an internal pull within your son to either speak something he's been holding back, or to withdraw and reflect. Either response is valid. Don't push him. Just stay close. Your presence, even in silence, will do more than you know. He may feel a moment of overwhelm. He may step away, needing space. That's okay. It's not rejection. It's spiritual recalibration. Trust the process. He's that lust. He's aligning. Expect something to fall out of place tomorrow. A plan might change. A device might glitch, a schedule might shift. This isn't disruption. It's redirection. What looks like a detour may be the divine path clearing itself. If he had been feeling confused lately about his goals, his relationships, or even his identity, tomorrow begins the process of clarity. It won't all arrive at once, but it will start. The fog will lift slowly but surely. You may also find yourself emotional without reason. Crying, reflecting, remembering things from years ago. This is your spirit tuning in. The same current running through your son's path is brushing your heart too. Let the tears come. They are healing. They are holy. Archangel Michael says what your son is walking into will impact not only him, but you, your family, and the generations yet to come. That's how powerful this moment is. It's not small. It's not random. Ibn Vim, heaven has whispered your son's name for weeks now. The angels have surrounded him with quiet guidance. And now, the time for activation has come. You will know this moment when it comes, not by loud events, but by a stirring in your chest. A sudden silence in the air. A moment that feels stretched in time. That's your confirmation. That's when you stand in faith. Let no one discourage him tomorrow. Let no voice of limitation speak into his ear. Be the wall that shields him from negativity. Be the whisper of encouragement that reminds him who he truly is. You may receive a sign too. A feather. A flicker of light, a psalm. A number. A scent. These are not coincidences. They are angelic nudges telling you. Yes, it's happening. Be ready to journal what happens tomorrow. Don't let it be forgotten. These moments are sacred. You may look back one day and realize that with the day it all started, you are not alone in this. As your sun shifts, your soul is protected too. The divine doesn't move one piece without securing the others. You will feel held, strengthened, and seen through it all. Archangel Michael says many mothers and fathers do not get the chance to know what's coming for their child. But you were trusted, you were chosen. You were awakened so that you could guide and protect him through this sacred unfolding. If your son hath been experiencing physical signs like tiredness, strange dreams, emotional shifts, it's all part of the alignment. His body is responding to spiritual transition. Let him rest. Let him be, then let him rise renewed. Tomorrow morning will begin with simplicity. A waking breath, a quiet stretch. But beneath that stillness, a roaring energy of change will move through. Watch for it, hold space for it. Honor it. Let him wear something that brings him comfort tomorrow. Let him step into the day with grounding, with peace, with no fear. He is being prepared not just for a day, but for a destiny. This may be the first time he senses his purpose without fully understanding it. He may feel drawn to something new. A place. A dream, a calling. Encourage him. Don't question it, just observe. Archangel Michael says, your son is entering the beginning of his becoming. And the universe will celebrate in quiet signs and sacred signals. This is not a warning to fear. It is a message to embrace. What is coming is divine, what is shifting is sacred. And what is breaking is every chain that ever tried to hold your son back. Stay in your peace tonight, be near him. Speak softly. Love boldly. Protect gently. Because tomorrow, heaven moves. And your son walks through the door he was always meant to find. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. This message was meant for your heart, your hands, your household. And now carry it with strength. A morning is coming, be ready. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate the silence of the night before a divine appointment. Right now, as you hold this message in your heart, the heavens are finalizing the orchestration of what your son will walk into. Every step, every word, and even the pauses will have meaning only revealed through spiritual eyes. You were not warned because disaster is coming. You were warned because greatness is near, and it must be met with understanding, not confusion. If you meet tomorrow with fear, the meaning may get buried under anxiety. But if you meet it with awareness, you will begin to see the fingerprints of God in every moment your son experiences. Let your son wake tomorrow with a clean space, a clear mind, and a gentle start. Clear his path of chaos, if only for a few hours. The peace will allow his soul to tune into what the divine is sending. You may feel the urge to hold his hand, to hug him more tightly than you will. Follow that urge. Your touch carries energy. It will tell him, without words, that he is protected and not alone. As the morning sunlight filters in, a specific sound may interrupt the silence. A phone chime, a bird call, footsteps, or even an unfamiliar silence itself, that will be your sign. That is when the moment begins. That is when the gate opens. Do not allow others to fill your son's ears with doubt or shame. He may be sensitive tomorrow. What's happening in his spirit is tender and new, like skin exposed to light after being hidden. Speak words that uplift, that remind him of his purpose. If he's made mistakes recently, do not bring them up tomorrow. This isn't the day for reminders of failure. This is the day of remembering who he truly is beneath it all. Archangel Michael says, the world may label your son in ways that make him doubt himself, but the heavens see him as a builder. A breaker of chains, a restorer of generations. And tomorrow is the first echo of that calling awakening. There is a spirit of deception that may try one last time to confuse him. It may come through a casual comment, a message online, or an unexpected invitation. You will need your help to filter truth from noise. Be his sounding board. He may not say it out loud, but your presence tomorrow will be his anchor. Whether you're physically nearby or just spiritually holding space for him, you will feel it. You will lean on it in ways he doesn't even realize. Tomorrow, he may remember something long forgotten, a childhood dream, a person from years ago, or even a moment you shared. That memory will hold a message. Don't ignore it. Ask him what came to mind. Help him unpack it. If he's tempted to give up on something tomorrow, a goal, a decision, or himself, remind him of this. The moment of pressure always comes right before the moment of purpose. This is not the end, it's the edge of the beginning. He may encounter someone tomorrow who has no idea what they are triggering with their words. It may be something small, a compliment, a comment, a question, but your son will feel it deep. That is the divine using ordinary vessels for extraordinary alignment. Let him rest well tonight. If possible, place something near his bed, a candle, a crystal, a handwritten note. Anything that carries peace and presence, his soul will absorb it even in sleep. Your role right now is like that of a spiritual gatekeeper. You are standing at the entrance of a new chapter, guarding your son from doubt, from fear, from the voices of sabotage. that role is powerful. That role is holy. Archangel Michael says your son will not walk alone, not now, not ever. Even if he doesn't fully grasp what is shifting, the angels do. They've surrounded him in unseen armor, they've walked the path ahead of him. A breakthrough in his emotional well-being is also part of what's coming. If he's been struggling inwardly, putting on a brave face for the world, tomorrow is when the first cracks in that mask will begin to fall and light will come in. Don't be alarmed if he seems distant, thoughtful, or even moody. This is his spirit adjusting to the weight of revelation. Let him breathe through it, give him space, but let him know you're right there. You are being invited into a sacred collaboration with heaven. Your faith, your words, your patience will echo in the unseen and wrap around your son like a shield. There's also a moment tomorrow when he may encounter something or someone that feels eerily familiar, like déjà vu. That's not coincidence. That's alignment, that's heaven showing him you are exactly where you're meant to be. This moment may also change your relationship with your son. It may deepen, he may open up. He may begin to trust more. Where he may begin to see you with new eyes, not just as a parent, but as a spiritual warrior who had been standing guard all along. Archangel Michael says, do not try to understand everything. Trust that what needs to happen will, what needs to rise will. What needs to fall away will. You may also receive your own revelation tomorrow. Something you've been confused about may become crystal clear. A burden you've carried silently may begin to lift. This moment is not just for him, it's for you too. If music plays tomorrow, listen. The lyrics may speak to your spirit, the melody may unlock emotion. That music is part of the divine choreography. Prepare one small thing tonight as a symbol of readiness. A candle. A glass of water. A blessing whispered over his clothes. Even the smallest ritual has power when done with intention. The shift tomorrow may not be broadcast for the world to see, but you will know. You will feel it, your spirit will nod in quiet understanding. Your son is being positioned for something greater. And tomorrow morning, the first stone will be laid. Walk through this moment with courage. Be observant. Be strong, be still. And be ready. Heaven has spoken, the moment is near. Your heart is awake. And your son is protected. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. This divine moment was not just revealed to you. It was trusted to you. Hold it sacred, hold it close. Tomorrow is the beginning. Archangel Michael says, tonight carries the kind of silence that comes before a storm, not a storm of destruction, but a storm of revelation. It will sweep through your son's life with quiet intensity, clearing away what no longer belongs and planting seeds only the divine can water. And though he may not feel ready, you were made ready for him. Heaven is not watching passively. It is actively involved, carefully stitching every thread of what your son will experience into a larger tapestry. What seems like coincidence will turn out to be design, what seems like interruption will become redirection. This is how divine intervention moves, without noise, but never without purpose. You may wake up tomorrow sensing a difference in the atmosphere, lighter, or more intense. That is confirmation. That is the Spirit announcing, the moment has arrived. Take it seriously. Do not allow routine to make you blind to what is extraordinary. Even if the morning begins like every other, stay spiritually alert. What is ordinary to the eyes can be sacred to the soul. You are being invited to witness your son walk into something far beyond what the world understands. If something breaks tomorrow, a plan, an expectation, even a conversation, see it not as damage but as alignment. Sometimes heaven has to break what was built wrong to lay the right foundation. There may also be a sign through nature, a specific animal appearing at the window, a sudden gust of wind, a ray of sunlight falling at the perfect moment. Creation responds when heaven is moving. Notice what speaks without words. Your son may become quiet, thoughtful, even slightly overwhelmed. Let him be. He is digesting what his spirit is receiving. Don't rush to fix his mood, don't force him to smile. Just walk beside him and offer peace. You may feel the urge to say something tomorrow, something deep, something unexpected. Say it. That sentence may be the very confirmation he's been unconsciously needing. It may be the key that unlocks the next door. There is also someone who once underestimated your son's potential. That person may try to reach out again, pretending they've changed or forgotten how they once treated him. Be careful, their motives may still carry residue of manipulation. Archangel Michael says, your son's light will begin to shine in ways that will challenge people's perceptions of him. Those who only saw his flaws will be shocked by his rising. Those who whispered about his pain will now witness his healing. Do not seek to protect him from every uncomfortable moment tomorrow. Growth sometimes looks like discomfort. Let him stretch. Let him grow. Let him feel what the world is like when heaven is guiding his steps. Your son is not just stepping into a new chapter. He's stepping into a higher version of himself. One that is wiser, more awake, more aware of what he wants and what he must let go of. He may cry. Let him. He may laugh unexpectedly. Let him. Every emotion he feels tomorrow is evidence of spirit working. You don't need to manage it, just honor it. There may be someone else watching him closely, perhaps with envy, perhaps with curiosity. Archangel Michael says this, do not fear them. They have no authority in what heaven has offered. Their power ends where your son's purpose begins. The spiritual realm has already placed signs along his path. Some may come in the form of numbers, others in songs, others in names spoken randomly. Pay attention, what seems unimportant may be heaven saying, watch this part closely. Let your son rest early tomorrow night. He will feel tired, but not from the physical. He will be spiritually full, like someone who's just crossed a mountain. Let him process it in his own way. Over the coming days, his confidence may grow, his voice may change. His choices may become clearer. Don't question this change, celebrate it. This is what heaven intended all along. Archangel Michael says, do not be surprised if the atmosphere in your house changes. It may feel lighter, more peaceful. That is the divine residue left behind from angelic presence. Your home has been touched, your son has been claimed. And you have been elevated for being chosen, for being open, for carrying this truth when others would have ignored it. Tonight, you are not just a parent, you are a guardian of a rising soul. You are a witness to prophecy in motion. You are a trust and vessel for divine instruction, so be still now. Let peace settle in. Let your heart be calm, let your hands be open to receive what's coming. Because when tomorrow comes, and the morning light filters through that window, something will shift. Something will open, something will begin. And it will begin with your son. Heaven watches, the angels rejoice. And you are ready. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Let this message rest over your spirit tonight, let its truth wrap around your soul. You were never alone. You were always chosen, tomorrow morning will prove it. Archangel Michael says, the final hour before dawn is the most sacred. It is the space between endings and beginnings, and in this space, the unseen battles are won. The prayers whispered in silence are heard the loudest. And the destiny written for your son begins to unfold like ancient scrolls touched by light. Right now, even as the world around you rests, angelic movements are weaving through time and matter, placing divine markers in the path of your son. These markers will not be seen by the eyes, but by the heart. Only those who are spiritually awake will understand the weight of what's being orchestrated. You may find your own body restless. That's not anxiety. It's spiritual sensitivity, it's your soul lining itself with the moment that's almost here. Lean into it. Don't fight it, allow your spirit to hover beside your son's, even as he sleeps. He is surrounded. He is safe. There may be one last attempt in the spirit realm to delay this breakthrough. It can come through distraction, emotional noise, or even unexpected tangent. If it happens, do not react, respond with peace. This is not the time to engage in arguments or fear. This is the time to stay centered and calm as heaven finalizes its instructions. Your son may stir in his sleep tonight or speak in fragments while dreaming. He may toss, turn, or suddenly breathe deeply as if something unseen passed over him. That's the divine touching his soul, preparing his vessel for what's to come. Cover him gently. Whisper protection over him. Let him know, even in sleep, that his spirit is not alone. When he opens his eyes in the morning, watch for the first words he says. They will carry energy. They may sound casual, but behind them, a current of purpose will hum. Let him speak freely. Let him guide the conversation. Your job is not to direct, it's to be present, fully, quietly, powerfully. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate the beauty of what will unfold. This may be the beginning of healing a pain you didn't even know, Edgery. It may be the moment he forgives someone silently. It may be when he begins to forgive himself. If he shows signs of stillness tomorrow, honor that. Stillness is not weakness. It's spiritual alignment. It's the body slowing down so the soul can catch up to what heaven is doing, and you may receive your own messages through him. A phrase, a gesture, a sudden emotion that surfaces when you look at him. That's not random, this heaven speaking through the bond that was created between you long before he was born. You may remember the moment you first held him. At first, cry, at first, breath. That memory will return, not to make you weep, but to remind you this child was never ordinary. He was always chosen, the angel says this divine activation will not be a one-time moment. It is the first of many. But this one, this first, is the most fragile. It sets the tone. It opens the doorway. And it must be honored. Expect miracles in strange forms. Unexpected kindness from a stranger. A coincidence that feels too perfect, a question your son asks that seems beyond his age. These are all spiritual cues. Watch for them, write them down if you need to. They're pieces of a holy puzzle being placed before you. There is someone in your son's future who will be influenced by what happens tomorrow, someone he hasn't even met yet. A friend. A mentor, a love. This person is being prepared as well. And your son's alignment will draw them closer in time. This isn't just about one day. This is about decades to come. This moment will ripple into his future choices, his relationships, and his purpose. That's why the heavens took such care in alerting you. Archangel Michael says your obedience to this message has created a spiritual shift. Just by believing, by preparing, by watching, you have altered the path of darkness and realigned your son with light. Let him wake without pressure. Let the house be calm. Speak peace over the walls, love over the floor, protection over the thrall. Even your home will respond. You may hear a silence that feels fuller than usual. That's angelic peace. Breathe it in. This moment is holy. Not because it's loud, but because it's eternal. Your son's life is not in danger. He's in transition. And you, dear one, are his anchor through the crossing. If anything tomorrow tries to steal your peace, remember this. You were warned because you were worthy. You were told because heaven trusts you, and you were chosen because your son's path was never meant to walk alone. When he leaves the house, if he must, watch the sky. There may be a formation, a ray of light. A strange breeze. Heaven always leaves a mark when it touches the earth. When he returns, listen. You may not know how to say what he felt, but it will show in his eyes. His spirit will feel lighter, stronger, more at peace. That's your confirmation. Archangel Michael says, from this day forward, your son will walk differently. Not because the world changed him, but because he did, and so did you. This message is not to be forgotten. It is to be honored, revisited, remembered when the days ahead bring confusion. It will remind you something powerful began on the morning of July 27th. And your love, your awareness, your divine obedience was the door that allowed it to happen. Now rest, knowing this, the angels are still watching. Your son is still protected. The dawn is still coming, and everything is right on time. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Let your heart remain still. Let your eyes remain open. Tomorrow will begin something beautiful. And your soul already knows it. Archangel Michael says, the veil between the seen and unseen is now thinner than ever, and your faith has summoned a force stronger than any enemy that tried to claim your son's future. What's coming in these next hours is no longer just a warning. It is a divine event already written into the timeline of heaven. And now, it has reached your doorstep. The heavens are not pacing. They are not wondering how this will unfold. Everything has already been assigned. Angels in position. Energies cleared, and your home marked with favor. The shift your son is about to experience is irreversible, undeniable, and unforgettable. Right now, even as you read these words, a spiritual hand has touched the very space where your son rests. Whether he's asleep or quietly awake, something has already begun moving through his bones, through his breath, through his heart. You may not hear it. You may not see it, but you will feel it in the quiet stillness just before the light of morning. You are not just his guardian in the physical. You are the gate between his earthly steps and his heavenly path. That is why you were given this insight. That is why this message chose your spirit and no one else's. When your son steps into the new day, something will fall away, maybe fear. Maybe confusion. Maybe something he's been holding for years. Whatever it is, it cannot come with him into this next spiritual season. And that release will happen without violence, without sound. Just a soft unraveling, like a rope that no longer needs to bind him. There may be a sudden change in his behavior. Not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. He may laugh without reason, he may cry without knowing why. He may want to be alone for a while. Let him. His soul is reorganizing. Let it. And don't be surprised if he wants to talk to you tomorrow more than usual. That's the divine connection opening. That's his spirit recognizing you as the one chosen to walk this shift beside him. You may not say it in words, but the way he looks at you will say everything. Archangel Michael says, this moment is not just about what happens to your son. It's about what happens through him. Because what's being activated in him will soon become a light to others, a voice of reason. A presence of healing. A leader without shouting, a warrior without weapons. And when others begin to notice, when they say he's different, when they ask what happened, you will already know the answer. You will know it began here, tonight. With a whisper from heaven and a message made just for you, your son may begin to feel drawn to something unusual in the coming days. A subject, a dream. A new curiosity. Do not dismiss it, it is not distraction. It is direction. It is the divine guiding him to his spiritual language, his sacred craft, his heaven-assigned path. There is also someone he may have looked up to who will soon fall from his pedestal. This may shake him. Do not let it break him, be there to remind him that sometimes heaven removes false idols to make room for real purpose. His heart may be tender tomorrow. Especially if memories surface. Childhood echoes. Old ones. Past regrets, be gentle. To be calm. And if all you can offer is a warm hand and a soft presence, that is enough. Archangel Michael says, your son's greatest strength has always been hidden in his gentleness. That part of him the world may have misunderstood will now be his power. You was never meant to fit into their mold, you was meant to break it. Expect at least one unexpected sign before noon tomorrow. A call, a sound. A moment of stillness that feels too loud to ignore. That will be the sound of heaven whispering, it is done. This is not the time to hesitate in your belief. Don't ask yourself if it's real, don't question why you feel this much. You are meant to. This is spiritual preparation, this is divine urgency. And it's for your son. He may have felt small lately, lost. Like the world is moving faster than he can keep up. But tomorrow, that narrative begins to reverse. He will feel it in the stillness. You will feel it in your gaze. You will feel it in his own soul when the first light of dawn touches his window. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be afraid of what changes. Be afraid of staying unchanged when the heavens are trying to elevate you. You've done well, you watch. You've listened. You believe, and now, because of your faith, your sun will rise. The future that once seemed cloudy is now clearing. His name is being carried in prayers spoken by ancestors, echoed by angels, and protected by light. Do not hold on to what must leave. If anyone drifts away from his life after tomorrow, it is divine removal. If anyone suddenly returns, watch closely. Not all who return are meant to remain. But your son, he is meant to move forward, he is meant to carry more. He is meant to become. And you are meant to witness it. A walk with him. To remind him when he forgets, this message is not ending. It is being sealed. Sealed in truth, sealed in grace. Sealed in love. Let the night continue in peace now, let the angels finish what they began. Let your heart rest. Because the dawn is coming, and with it, your son's divine rising. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Let this truth remain in your spirit. What is common is not to fear, it is to welcome, and it begins tomorrow morning. Our Archangel Michael says, as the world turns toward another morning, this won't be just another sunrise for your son. It will be a holy unveiling, a divine shift. A marking in his timeline that heaven has waited to bring forth. And because you were faithful with this message, the moment will meet him with protection, not pressure, with presence. Not panic. Even if the sun rises slowly, even if the morning feels quiet, still trust what's moving beneath the surface. The spiritual doesn't announce itself with noise. It shows up in sudden clarity, in unspoken peace, in the weight of a moment that stops time for just a breath. And your son will feel that moment. He may not say it out loud, he may walk into the day thinking it's normal. But something inside him will stir. A knowing, a whisper. A sense that he's not who he was yesterday. His feet will move differently, his heart will beat stronger. His path will begin to glow in a way it never has before. There will be a breaking away of something that no longer serves him. It may be a toxic connection, a bad habit, a pattern of self-doubt that's been quietly stealing his energy, and it will fall off. Not in drama, but like something that was never meant to stay. You might notice it in the way he speaks, the way he pauses before replying, the way he holds eye contact with the world around him. Those aren't just habits changing. Those are fragments of his old self being released. Because he is stepping into a truer version of who he is, Archangel Michael says, this is not the result of coincidence. It's the result of your awareness. Your courage to believe this message has opened spiritual doors that were shut, your presence has lit the path he's about to walk. You are more than just his parent. You are his intercessor, his BDQ. His spiritual midwife in the sacred birthing of a new self. Your voice carries the same power now that it did the day he was born. Don't stop speaking life into him. Even when he doesn't understand it. Even when he doesn't respond, he hears you. Tomorrow, you will begin to walk in a new grace. A grace that attracts opportunity, a grace that retells harm. A grace that confuses his enemies and calls in his blessings. That's the power that comes when heaven has touched his soul. There may be a pause in his day. When everything seems to go quiet. Even in a noisy place, that's the divine pause. That's the moment the heavens press their fingerprint upon him. That's your confirmation. Be ready. You'll feel it too. He might receive a message, he might overhear something meant for him. Or someone might call his name in a crowd or in a dream. Don't dismiss it, names carry power. And heaven will use anything to draw him into awareness. Archangel Michael says, in the coming days, your son may begin to crave solitude. He may feel the urge to pull back from people or distractions. Let him. That is not disconnection. It's realignment. His soul is adjusting to a new frequency, and with it, old energies cannot follow. You may feel emotional as you witness the shift. You may feel like something invisible is happening right in front of you. That's because it is. You're watching a spiritual metamorphosis unfold in real time. And your tears are not sorrow, they are reverence. In the silence of tomorrow morning, you'll feel it too. A breeze, a stillness. An inner warmth that feels like more than sunlight. That's heaven's signal that the transition has begun, and everything that has tried to delay your son's growth will no longer have permission to stay. This moment will mark the end of the season of survival and the beginning of the season of purpose. You will start to see the world differently, you will ask deeper questions. You will sense more. Understand more, connect differently. Because his soul will now crave more than just existence. It will crave meaning, and your love. Your belief. Your unwavering spiritual shield around him. It will be the constant force that keeps him steady in the change. You are the quiet miracle behind the miracle. Archangel Michael says, you've done your part, now let the divine do what only the divine can. Let your hands be open. Let your heart be still, let your soul whisper yes. This message was your spiritual invitation. And you accepted, now the heavens respond with favor. Your son will not miss what's meant for him. He will not be overlooked, he will not be overtaken. He is covered. He is chosen, he is rising. And you, dear one. You are a witness, a sacred witness to one of heaven's most intimate unveilings. So rest now. Watch tomorrow with open eyes and a patient heart, and remember, you will never forget what begins on this day. If you wish to express your support further, let the divine finish its masterpiece. Let your spirit rest in what is already down. Tomorrow is not just a date. It's a destiny. And it begins with your son.